I'm very, very proud to introduce to you Evan McMullin.
I knew that if someone didn't step up right away, all would be lost. That no one could mount even a moonshot effort to stop them both and to stand for what was right and to build something better for the future. My conviction grew that someone had to do this. And secondly, that if no one else would do it, that I would. Men and women have literally fought and died for our right to vote. Our votes are our voice in our democracy. And if we don't use them to stand for what is right and against what is wrong, then we will never have the kind of leaders we need. We're blessed. We are blessed with an inspired Constitution. But we must also have leaders who are honest and wise.
That's right.
We focused on the Mountain West because this is where people rejected Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. I mean, it's just purely, this is where we thought our message would resonate, that we need better leadership, that these two candidates from the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are unacceptable to this country. And when the people of this state stood up in the primary and sent that message clearly, then that's a clear signal to us that this is where we need to be and this is where the focus is. As far as the role that my faith would play in my administration, look, my faith, to the degree that I live it, it makes me a better person. It makes me a more compassionate person. It makes me a more patient person. I think it makes me a smarter person. And so that's the role that it has always played and always would play, and it's to my benefit and to the benefit of those I serve to do that. Thank you. Yes, if there's a large margin between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump in the Electoral College, it makes it harder for us to block them both. That's true. So, but look, the reality is that we just don't control everything. So all we can do is fight as hard as we can. That's what we're doing. We're building something for the future too. And so regardless of whether Donald Trump is doing terribly or well or whatever, we need to get our message to as many Americans as possible. We're building a new conservative movement and a new generation of leadership for this country. That's what we're focused on. So we're building. I mean, this is a national campaign. As I said, Mountain West is important because it was the people here who rejected Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, but so did the people of Minnesota. And there are millions of other Americans who know that this country needs better leadership. We actually, unfortunately, have a crisis of leadership in this country, and Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton personify that, and it's just time for something new, and enough is enough. We can't afford to wait any longer. We're building the future. Well, it's been incredible because we planned these events not long ago, I think 24 hours ago or something like that, and they were meant to be smaller events for volunteers, but then word got out and they just exploded, and that's a great problem to have, but we're seeing it across the board, whether it's with our events or digitally. Our engagement online is up nearly 2,000% from a week ago. I mean, really incredible things are happening, and that's what we need to happen for us to be successful, so we're grateful. Well, there's so many things that need to happen, but one of them would be that I would ask my national security leaders and my military leaders to give me a plan to defeat ISIS. I have my own ideas, and I would feed those into the process. That's one thing. The next thing I would do is address issues of government reform. We've got to reform, we've got to send more power back to the people. There's too much power in Washington. It needs to be more at the state level. We need to be able to hold our government officials more accountable. It's very hard to do that when they're thousands of miles away. We need the power to be located at the state level. That's going to help us be more efficient, help our government be more efficient, and it's going to help unify this country so we're not always fighting over decisions and resources in Washington that affect the entire nation, and it just shouldn't be that way.